please.
I met Sue in 1963. She and Milt came to the Wesley Foundation's youth chapel, where my husband was one of the pastors there. And one of the things that we did was talk about what it meant to be a preacher's kid, PK. And I didn't know what that meant. They were both the children of pastors, and Sue said that she, didn't always have it easy being a PK, but she had a lot of friends and all. And then we just started hanging together, and this went on for 50 years. And Adrian Sue was pregnant with Adrian, and we always considered Adrian kind of like our child. And we also got to know all the others, but Sue was always just simply Sue. And I didn't have that many friends that I could say that I was that close to for 50 years. But it was because of Sue that I stayed, very close to that family. And I'm going to miss her, even though we didn't see each other every year. Sometimes we would be 4 or 5 years apart, but it was like nothing had happened. We just pick right up. And that's not usual when you lived in New Jersey and they were here in Michigan and East Lansing. So I also got Sue into social work. She would ask me about what I was doing with the poor women that I worked with. And then I heard there was a job coming up at the MSU School of Social Work. And I said, I know who can take that job. And she came and worked there in the office for a couple of years. And the next thing I know, she's got her MSW. And she's working with children and doing an outstanding thing. So we always had that in common. And when we would travel together, people would talk to me and they would talk to Sue, and Milt would say, that's because you two are social workers and everybody wants to tell you a story. And we enjoyed that so much. And that's about all I can say right now, because you gave me 30 seconds. But I think it took a little longer. But I am so glad to be here in honor of Sue and to be of comfort to Milt and the family.
I have a memory of a time when I was trying to memorize a song on the piano. I think we were up at the cabin mostly, and I was just playing the same song over and over again, probably annoying a lot of people hearing the same tune, but Sue was always interested in it, and I think her interest in whatever I was doing was often a big help in helping me overcome my often paralyzing sense of perfectionism.
I have so many memories about Sue, my grandma. I think my favorite one was every time I came out to Michigan. I would come out every summer when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, and Grandma would always take me shopping. She let me get whatever I wanted, whether that was from the girls' department or most of the time it's from the boys' department. She'd get it, she'd tell me everything looked great, and she would buy me as many Dragon t-shirts as I wanted. And that was so special to me, and I just loved it so much. And thank you so much, Grandma.
Well, one special memory I have is Carol called Sue to tell her she was going to marry me, and they were excited. And then after Carol hung up 5 minutes later, the phone called and said, "Are you sure about this guy?" And she said, "Let me talk with him. He doesn't have my approval yet." So Carol handed me the phone, and so Sue had a couple questions for me, and I guess I answered them okay, and she says, okay, I approve. And we'll have more time together. So that was very special. But whenever I would arrive at Sue and Milt's house, Sue often was the first one at the door at the top of the steps, and she always had her arms out wide open saying, Jay, it's good to see you. And that's a wonderful memory to have. And then maybe a final one was when I had never played poker before. And so it was the Powell family. It was Sue's special encouragement. I said, oh, come on, Jay, let's just try it once. And so I did. And I just think she was in just so many ways that she touched the lives of people around her. So thank you for this chance to say that.
Talk to you about the best godmother in the world, which is Sue Powell. All my life, Sue has just been the best. Always there. My sweet 16, my graduations, my summer, what was it? Not summer, but senior concerts. Always there, always loving, always smiling, always making you feel special and loved. And I just can't imagine a more perfect godmother. And so blessed to have had her for my godmother. I will always have her for my godmother. And so blessed. I'm just overwhelmed with emotion right now. But she'll always love me. She'll always be with me. And I know she's looking over me right now and smiling and just all that warmth that she's giving me right now, even though I'm not doing a very good job speaking. But anyway, so happy. She's always been there. She and Milt and my parents, just always this wonderful surprise of, oh, they're coming to your graduation. Oh, they're coming to your senior concert. Oh, they're coming for your sweet 16 party. So I am truly blessed, and Sue will always be with me, and I am so proud to be her goddaughter.
Memory I have of Sue was we were up at the cabin, and Milt walked over and offered me some peanuts, and then 5 minutes later Sue walked over and offered me peanuts. The funny thing is I can't have peanuts.
So I loved playing cards, and I learned playing euchre when I was 8. And one of the things that I learned from Sue was how to steal the deal. And I remember playing euchre with Sue once when she was the master at stealing the deal, which is a legal way to cheat for euchre. And what she would do is she would start a new topic of conversation and just gather up all of the cards, shuffle them, deal them out. And we figured it out, but if you turn over the top card, then you just have to play the hand. And being the dealer is a real advantage. So she did this 4 times in a row, and we figured it out after the second time, and we still didn't catch her because she started a new topic of conversation each time and managed to steal the deal 4 times in a row. And that was Sue.
So this is a memory of maybe 45 years ago. We were visiting, our families are good friends, and we were visiting at the Marshall Street house, and we were playing basketball in the backyard. And I remember how aggressive Sue was. She kept pushing me out of the way and making shots and knocking me down, and I just couldn't believe that it was Sue who was doing that to me. And she just was really enjoying this exchange that we were having. So why I remember that lovely Sue, who we've had so many wonderful experiences with all our lives. But when I was asked to remember something, that popped into my head.
Sue was my very best friend. We used to paint together and reminiscing, and I miss her every single day. Everything reminds me of the past, and I wish we could paint together again. Who knows? Maybe someday we will.
Well, hi, I'm Carol. I'm Sue's sister. Sue was older than me, and I always just idolized her, every part of her. And when we were kids, she was in high school, and I would sneak into her bedroom at night, and she received me, and we would lie there giggling And I think my parents really knew what was going on, but we thought we were really doing something special. So Sue's very special to me all my life.
My favorite story of Sue is Annette was about 8 months, and so I was writing my dissertation, and Sue and Milt helped sometimes by taking care of her. And so I had a diaper bag with those new diaper bags where you have different pockets, and I had put diapers. And so Annette was taking a nap when we dropped her off. And Sue, when she woke up, she was looking for diapers and couldn't find diapers. So they called me and said, "Where are the diapers?" And I'm explaining which pocket they couldn't find them. So they went to the store and bought a new package of diapers. And so we then